All right, most people say they don't have time, and I'm about to prove how that may feel true, but not actually the case. Again, most people say they don't have the time, and I'm about to prove to you that is not true and not the case. It may feel true, but really what's going on is bandwidth. For the next 2 hours, I'm going to be building the business, training, doing an actual workout for myself, and showing you exactly how I perform these structured morning routines, and you can replicate this at home. So, with that being said, let's lay out a couple of the intentional tasks. This is my favorite thing to do, especially with the productivity sprint to start. Number one, for the productivity sprint, I've got 26 follow-ups I have to do in HubSpot. After that, I'm going to get my workout in. And then after the workout, I'm actually going to do a collab with Rosie. We're going to do our own training collab as well. So I got 3 different productivity sprint intentions. They're going to get all done before noon, before Carrie has to jump into her own coaching session, my fiance. So these are all the things I'm going to be able to get done. Follow along. You can save this. You can bookmark this so you can actually have a 2 to 2.5 hour productivity window where you can get massive amount of momentum in your life, in your business, in your personal life, in your health, and in your wellness. Okay. So with that being said, I actually want to share something I'm really excited about. And then we're going to start the productivity clock here. Starting today, it is February 27th. We're going all the way until March 3rd, which is going to be the next office hours. I have all 3 of my Kindle edition books on Amazon absolutely free. I will highlight them. I also secondarily have the LOF bands and the entire training protocol that's over $300 worth of value. And we normally charge $130 for this. We have it for $10 right now. It's basically until inventory lasts. I think we have 11 left in stock. Once that inventory is out, once we replenish the inventory, it'll go back to our normal pricing. But I wanted to basically hook you guys up. And the reason I did this, if I'm being honest, I did a divorced dad's kind of office hours on Tuesday. And one of the things I felt when I was going through a divorce is financial stress, as well as a variety of other stressors. And if I'm being honest, also right now, I think it's just a financially stressful time. So I wanted to give an opportunity for everyone that may be feeling that financial stress, uncertain about coaching, maybe having a story of like, oh, I don't know if I can either afford this or I don't know if it's worth it. I have all of our books are free right now for the next 5 days. So you can take action on it immediately. And we have the bands and the entire training program plus a coach assigned to you for $10. Okay. So you pretty much have nothing to lose. And guess what? If you're not happy, you can return them. Don't worry. I'm not even going to ask for money back on the coaching, all that other stuff. That's on me. With that being said, let's set the timer. We're going to start with the 20-minute productivity sprint. So I'm going to get 20 minutes on the clock here. I'm going to set my Pomodoro timer on my smartwatch, which is, again, another clutch tool you can get here on Amazon. We're going to put 20 minutes on the clock and boom, we're off. So the goal here is, again, name 1 to 3 things you are focusing on in these next 20 minutes and let's get them done. I'm going to screen share here in a second. And again, I want to share with everybody. Most people say they don't have the time. I'm going to prove to you how that is not the case. It's really a matter of bandwidth, and it's also a matter of having intentionality to it. Oh, what's up, Nicole? So the plan here is, again, intentionality. We're going to go through, we're going to do a 20-minute productivity sprint. Then I'm going to get into a workout for myself. You guys can join along if you want to. And then I'm going to actually do a training session with one of our clients and one of my influencers. Shout out to Rosie. The cool thing is we have 3 actual Kindle edition books. All my books are free right now on Amazon. The Kindle edition is absolutely free from today, February 27th, until Tuesday, March 3rd. Absolutely free. So you have no financial barriers. And we have our bands for $10. So you can get our entire training protocol, bands, a resistance session that's over 300 pounds worth of resistance, coaching, and all of that. So you have a 100-day plan for $10. Normally it's over $300, and we charge $130 on Amazon, but I wanted to hook everybody up so that if you're feeling financial stress or you're feeling like you're not sure and you don't know if it's going to work for you, I got you covered. Literally for $10, you'll get a 100-day plan, you'll get a meal plan, custom plan, coach assigned to you, resistance bands, and you can get all of our books for free right now. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen. Let's get our productivity sprint on and let's get stuff done. I've got literally 27 follow-ups I have to do before the next 20 minutes are up. So I'm going to show you how it's possible at all angles. All right. I got 18 minutes now because I was ranting for the first 2. Okay. Let's get into it. while we're going through this, I'm also going to highlight just some of the products I'm actually using because I'm going to be getting my coffee on. Cheers, my protein. I also have a really good um, caramel blend we're going to mix in here in a little bit to get that extra caffeine boost. But for now, I'm actually going to get my Magic Mind. This is a combination of some adaptogens, some mushrooms, as well as some green tea. So cheers across the board, y'all. Let's get it. Ooh, let's see an edit. I'm gonna say Spider-Man. How about that Spider-Man life? Get your Spider-Man edit on. Okay, let's get into our test. Oh, the follow-up going here. Okay. So we got So again, remember, I'm starting with 26 tasks. Let's see how many I can get done in these 20 minutes. Ooh, Spider-Man, let's go. How about Venom then? You got some Venom options? I mean, I like that. Or we could go. I'm a Superman fan too. Batman's always good. Let's go. Let's see. Um, And again, as you guys are going through, if you're following along for the productivity sprint, if you do have questions, let me know. Really, every 5 or 10 minutes, I'm just going to remind you guys you can catch me on Amazon specifically for today. If you're not watching already on Amazon, everywhere else, normally like follow, subscribe. I'm going to be going live on all these platforms, but today especially, I highly recommend you check out Amazon because I have our 3 Kindle edition bestsellers, all available for free right now. So we have our 28-day reset protocol, which I'm going to be updating into a 100-day plan. I'm also going to be constantly updating these. So when you get the Kindle edition and I update them, you get them for free. And you get the updated versions. Then we have the slow cooker recipe book, which has been an absolute just clutch tool to have. And then we have our barbecue recipes as well. So just high protein, amazing tasting food. Can't recommend enough. So let's put that off. Week Griffin. Boom. Oh yeah. And again, the bands are $10 right now. We have the LOF bands $10 specifically on Amazon. They're basically while inventory lasts, like however long we have the next 11, I think it's 11 bands left. That's what we have. And boom. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Okay, boom, I got that. Let's see. Okay. Henry, I'm gonna check to see if we got questions coming in. By train strength nerves. Yeah, get me with that hair growing brush. Actually, I'll be honest with you, even if I could grow a full head of hair, I would rock it for a hot window, but then I would continue to shave my head. I feel like just having a shaved head's like easier maintenance wise. I do miss having hair, I'll be honest at times. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't, but I feel like I can rock the bald head. Not gonna lie. But yeah, hook me up. Hook me up with the magic brush. You know what I mean? If I had something I'd tell my kids. I got this magic thing. It's gonna be awesome. Again, we're locked in right now, y'all. Again, I had 26 tasks when I started this 20-minute window, which we're at like halfway. I'm gonna check how many tasks I have left here. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at now? Now I've got 18. Okay, we're getting there. Down. Let's see. No, okay, let's go to the next. That's 10. Okay, what else we got? Go to Monday. No. Monday. All right, let's see where we at. Okay. Down to the last 15. That means we got 11 tasks done already. This is all like one giant task, if I'm being honest. It's a very intentional kind of sprint. Let's look. So I think I need everybody's help with something. Can someone leave a review still? Share. Also, I have a favor I need to ask you guys. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. If you guys could check this, let me know if this link is working for you guys. It's for my Google review page, and I've gotten some feedback. Hello, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Let me know if this link works for you guys. I know that this is like literally to my Google business page. Someone was saying they were trying to leave me a review and it wasn't working. When I check it, it looks like it works. So I'm seeing if other people could maybe check this for me. Let me know if this works. Does this link work? Because I want to see if this one's working or not. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, okay. Monday. Okay, that's done. Okay, done. Do that Tuesday. We're getting what in the last 5 minutes? Yeah, we got just under 6 minutes left, y'all. Let's see if you guys that's working for you. Posted it, but I got to go to school. All right, sweet, thanks. Yeah, but is that link working? Oh, you're saying you posted the video. Dang, you're getting it in before school. All right, get some. That was pretty quick. Good turnover there. But yeah, let me know if that link works for you guys. And also, if you have questions, let me know here on Amazon as well. But we're about to get into a workout. We got about 5 more minutes, and we're getting into the workout. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to start with some balancing on the ball. I'm also going to, I think in the last like couple of minutes here, I'll even try and do a couple of quick videos and some of the stuff, the content that I've got that I've been meaning to get. Okay, let's knock that out. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's go back to that. Let's see. Is that 4? Okay, part. There we go. Okay. Last one here, y'all. We got into that sprint. Okay. All right, that's the last task I'm going to get done for this list. Boom. So we got 21 done. The rest of these tasks I got, was that 6? No, 1, 2, 3. I got 5. So we got 21 things done. The last 5 I'm actually saving for after this because there's a couple things I can't actually get done on this one. So we're going to save that. But what we are going to do, let me check the comments. We got about 3 minutes. With the last 3 minutes, I'm actually going to make a couple of quick videos and some unboxing. And then we're going to talk about how I like to use this Shishibo for my warm-up. But with that being said, I'm going to highlight 2 things. Let me go over here really quick. So I'm putting my hand all up in your face. I'm trying to work through and navigate. Let's go through this back end here. I'm going to talk about first, I literally just got in these clippers, so I'm gonna do an unboxing with you. I'm also gonna pull up the questions that come in with it, so stay tuned, follow along with me. My dog is a honestly like 75-pound German Shepherd. This is really meant for small pets, from what I can see. But I think it's a very like accessible option, and it's going to be relatively easy to open. But let's just put it to the test. I got some scissors if needed, but like, yeah, that's actually super smooth. I do appreciate that. And then being able to see, let's see the common questions here. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to work on my German Shepherd. Honestly, she's kind of a bigger girl as far as like just size. So it can be used on rabbits. Yeah, I would say why not? Oh, this is interesting. So it's not going to pinch. Does it come with a safety lock? I don't know. This doesn't come with a safety lock per se. Is it easy to hold? Yeah, this is like super smooth, easy to hold. And let's see if there's any other additional insight. It doesn't really look like this. It looks like that's pretty much it. What I would say, this is really meant for like, again, smaller animals. I'm going to still give this a shot on our like German Shepherd. But this is really meant for like smaller cats, smaller dogs. You could use it for like rabbits, birds, things like that. But a 75-pound German Shepherd, probably not the move, but we will see. We're bringing her to the vet today, so we're going to ask about that as well. So that's number one. Now let's talk about and unbox here really quickly our camping gear. So with this camping item, this is the inflatable. I got my scissors here. Our Trekology. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the questions, because I always love to like find it super helpful nowadays with Amazon's questions to give you guys insight. Let's see some of the common questions that are coming up with this. Does it come with a repair kit? So let's unbox it and see. I don't think it does, but maybe it does. But let's see when we open it. Definitely have a pair of scissors when you're trying to open this bad boy, for sure. Oh, there's 2 layers of tape here. Always appreciate some good taping. And let's see. So you got your basic like instruction manual. Is it easy to pack? It looks honestly easy to travel with for sure, as far as the packing. And you're bringing up, we're going to be doing some more camping trips and stuff this spring and summer. Now it comes with a nice, simple pack. It looks like, yeah, it's an adjustable little drawstring. Noise. Can it be used on rocky terrain? Yeah, this can definitely be used on rocky terrain as far as the material and the durability to it. Again, without even testing it, I've just done like a little bit of research ahead of time, and it's going to be quite simple to inflate. Let's just double check to see if there's a repair kit in here. Oh, look at that. They do actually have a little repair kit. This is a clutch little, like you get up to what seems like a palm size hole gear repair patch. So kudos. They do have a little repair patch and kit here. Pretty simple as far as the packaging. We're going to slide this off. And wow, bam, there you go. You got your little inflatable spot right here. We can hook it up. You can blow on it. Obviously, you're going to want to use a air pump when possible, but this is going to be super easy to travel with. Weighs under 3 pounds. It's like under 2.5 pounds technically. So look, once we roll it up, I'm going to repack it, and it can go up to 300 pounds. So that's pretty durable, pretty solid, great for your camping. I know my daughter's excited because I said that she could have this particular one. And that is it. That's going to bring it home for our productivity sprint. Let me stop screen sharing on this side, at least for our timer. I'm going to stop sharing. Boom. So now we're going to transition. Okay. I talked about, again, bandwidth, productivity, time. We've got the time. We just may not feel like we have the bandwidth. That's the bigger piece. So I'm going to now transition a little bit. I'm going to go from my work mode. I was doing a 20-minute productivity work sprint, which is actually quite productive. And I was able to check, it looks like the Google reviews working as well, to now we're going to go into a workout. So I'm going to pull up my actual workout. I want to show you guys this actually, so you can kind of see. I'm going to screen share here in a second, and then I'm going to highlight my products. So we're going to highlight, first and foremost, we have 3 different books that are going to be available and free. So we have our 28-day reset. This is available, our Kindle edition. We're also, I want to highlight the bands. I'm going to have my bands. If you are watching anywhere besides Amazon, follow, subscribe, stay tuned here. However, the band deal is exclusively on Amazon right now. So we have our bands available for $10. They're never going to be this cheap, honestly, and this affordable. I made it for a variety of reasons. And the biggest one is making it accessible to people, because I know there's going to be some financial hardships and things going on. I was talking this week about divorced dads and how financially stressful that situation can be. So I wanted to make it accessible. And knowing that, I wanted to put my money where my mouth was by making this available as well. So I'm going to pull up my own program I'm gonna do my own workout here. I'm gonna screen share this for you guys so you can see. And before I do that, let me actually message the link so that Rosie can tag in. Copy, boom. Let's send this over to Rosie. Boom. So we got Rosie's got the link. Now I'm going to do a little screen share so you guys can actually see what the LOF app is actually like. You won't be able to see this on Amazon or TikTok. I'm going to share it on StreamYard, which that's YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch. But again, you guys can kind of see this. If you look at the band's app, it'll actually show you some screenshots we have of what that is. So look, this is what you'll see on your end. You're going to see like our workout for the day. I'm actually moving my heavy trifecta workout. I'm going to do my leg workout instead. So we're making this is the pre-programmed leg workout we have. I'm going to modify this where it's calling for barbell movements and dumbbell movements. I'm basically going to modify this to have band only. My whole goal for 2026 is to do band only workouts. So we're going to use this still as a source of inspiration. However, it's going to be a band only workout. So it'll be, again, accessible. You get this band set. You actually get your own program with this, as well as you get a meal plan, you get a coach assigned to you, and you get all the things to troubleshoot through. So with that being said, let's get warmed up. Let's get after it. And the cool thing I'm going to use actually as part of my warm-up is this ball you see over my shoulder, as well as a band set and the Shishibo, which I'm going to talk about. You might be asking me, what's a Shishibo, Mike? Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to tell you. We're going to go through it together. All right. So we got indoor fitness. Let's get it. I started my timer. I got my workout gear on here as well. So we're going to slide this over. Let's make sure our lighting is good. But bam, but boom. I'm going to throw my weighted vest on to get a little bit of added resistance. I think I'm going to bring this up here a bit so you guys can kind of see a little bit more. Don't mind a little bit of the mess we'll see into the room, but you guys will be able to see more of what's going down here. Again, now we're getting the workout piece. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes just warming up here with the ball. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of cognitive training. So I find it helpful when I'm doing my warm-up to get any kind of cognitive stimuli, which is a fancy way of saying brain stimulus, and just engaging the brain. This is also great for like ADHD-oriented brain chemistry. So again, I'm balancing on the ball, and I'm using this little Shishibo. And the cool thing I like to do is seeing like, all right, how many shapes can I make with this? So there's different patterns they have you try and make. So we're going to try and go through as many of them. I believe there's 6 that you specifically are cued to make. What I'm trying to do is turn this back into an actual square or a cube. So we're trying to, so that's 1 right there. This is like, there's different checkpoints they show you along the way. You want to get to these different checkpoints. I'm going to go to here. Boom. And then there's another one there. Yeah. This is, part of the interesting component. All right, let me start. Did I start it? All right, cool. I got back on. Let's see if we can get this puppy. Boom. Boom. We're getting it. We're getting it. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Getting it. Kind of jumping some steps here, because I know I'm getting close to it. Right there. Boom. There we go. All right. So we got that cube. Got right to it. So I kind of jumped ahead a couple of pieces. Like there's certain checkpoints along the way, but I kind of like done this before. So got right into the cube. So that was a pretty good solve time. I aim to do this in the 3 minutes. I'm usually balancing on the ball. I was able to do that. It looks like under 2 minutes. Sweet. So now the other thing you can do too is whether you have the Shishibo or you have like a bouncing, like something just being able to juggle is another layer of getting the vestibular system and our cerebellum and certain parts of our brain engaged that help with executive function, that help with logic, reasoning, being able to also be creative. There's a variety of different things it does for our brain, which is helpful when you have ADHD, neurodiversity, or you're transitioning from work productivity sprints. So again, this goes back to like, if you don't feel like you have bandwidth, you can do stuff like this. It actually helps with what feels like your bandwidth and your energy. All right, so that's pretty much at 3 minutes. I'm going to put the ball over here. I'm going to put this off to the side. And you're going to see me like standing over here, grabbing some swigs of things. I'm going to be mixing between coffee. I already mixed up my Magic Mind pre-workout kind of drink. And then I also have a Lion's Mane powder from Fresh Cap. So let's mix this up really quick. And then I'm going to go into some lower body Muay Thai warm up. And the cool thing is they have these little like 20 packs of these powdered servings, so you can throw it right into your water. And this is a helpful, again, cognition. I like to do it even as a pre-workout. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm a little bit tight on space, is I'm going to modify a little bit of my shadow boxing here. Instead of doing traditional shadow boxing, I'm going to work on my footwork with some cordless jump rope. It's technically still got like a little bit of a cord, but what it's really doing is not taking up as much space. So yeah, we're mixing up this lion's mane. Now I'm going to be real with you guys. This tastes very earthy. This is not like a delicious tasting thing. This is more for like the effects of it. And when you take adaptogens and things like that, you want to take it for a period of time. Each one will take a certain amount of time to build up in your system. This is one of those that you want to take for a period of time. Like Magic Mind recommends 5 days. Lion's Mane from Fresh Cap will have his own recommendation. And I also have my sea moss electrolytes. I'm going to be getting in to get some electrolytes. But for now, let's go 2 minutes. And before, actually, I realized I did take my Moringa this morning already. This is like my multivitamin. I use it as like a substitute, but I'm also going to do my droplets of my B12 really quick before I get the work. I lay them all out so I don't forget. Because normally I do this at my supplement station. But I want to do this on camera for you guys so you can kind of see my pre-workout supplement routine. And I got my vitamin D3K2. These are fat soluble. So taking it with fat, they actually have some oil in here. So they're going to be properly digested and utilized. With that being said, we're ready to go. So I'm going to set my timer and we're going to just go for, I'm going to shake this whole room. The floor is not super stable, so I'm not going to do that. I lied. We are going to modify. Even though the cool thing about these jump ropes, by the way, is like, look, it doesn't take a lot of space. And if you don't have perfect rhythm yet with your jump rope and you keep hitting your feet, this can be a pretty clutch thing to utilize to get your rhythm down. Of course, someone's calling me. Get out of here. Hopefully the audio sounds good still. Let me know if you guys can hear me. But now what we're going to do is I'm basically going to do a check rhythm. So I find this is helpful. It's kind of like moving around, shadow boxing a little bit. Just check, check. And the thing I like to be mindful of is we just got a shed. So I'm really excited to get fully moved into the shed for our workout routine, because then I don't have to worry about the floor being super unstable, all that fun stuff. This is like over 100-year-old floor. So even just me shifting my weight can kind of get a little squirrely in here. But then I'm going to, again, just get warmed up. We're moving, we're getting the hips firing, getting all this going. And then I'll pull up my actual workout. The first thing we're starting with, I believe, is a barbell squat variation, supersetted with a lunge variation, but I'm going to double check that. And again, if you guys are just joining in, or just to remind you, we got our bands right now for $10. The whole band set, the workout session, everything. This is over a $300 value. With our coaching, everything comes along. It's literally a 100-day plan for $10. And you get the actual band set as well. They're on Amazon only for this deal. I do have them on TikTok. We have them other places, but they're only going to be on Amazon, $10 until the inventory runs out. I believe we have, again, 11 in stock right now. And then from today, Friday, February 27th, until Tuesday, March 3rd, we have our 3 LOF books, 2 of our cookbooks, and our 1 base lifestyle 28-day reset book. All are free for our Kindle. So you can get, again, everything you need from a health program perspective for $10. And this is only while the inventory lasts on the bands. And the books, we're only able to do it for 5 days. Otherwise, Amazon restricts it and doesn't let us do it for longer than that. Then it's going to go back up to like our paid pricing, which is still trying to make it as accessible as possible for people. But take advantage of it while you can. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to actually use the bands for our workout, which I have right over there. And I'm just going to come over here. We're going to cycle through, again, the books, the bands, all the stuff we have accessible and free right now. Or the bands are just super cost effective. Go to our The actual barbecue, I was surprised by how popular the barbecue one was. I think it made it to number 3 in the Kindle edition while it's free. I think right now it dropped to number 7, but hopefully with your support by the end of this weekend, it'll get up to number 1. I want to try, and again, the goal is to make it as available and as accessible to everybody as we can. So trying to hit that number 1 spot. All right, right at 3 minutes. Perfect. So we're going to pop this off, and I'm going to get into the workout. So I like using the weighted vest as just like a helpful way to get my heart rate up, which I can tell just from my breathing. And now, before we get into it, I'm just going to mix up my actual powder coffee. This is the caramel. I do have my half-calf coffee, but I don't have that full protein that I want. I'll take a little scoop of this, throw it in here. Boom. Got that coffee. Now, the only thing is I didn't bring my frother. Normally, I use a frother to mix this up. So what I'm going to do, bring my bottle we got from Joshua Tree here on our retreat. And I'm going to try and pour this in here without making a tremendous mess. We'll try and see how that goes. Doing so good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it back on top. This is that pouring science that we get into. Oh, yeah. This is where, like, again, having the shaker is helpful, but we're just going to throw that on top. Boom. And you see me sipping on this throughout the workout. And dude, the caramel here, I also did mix in some strawberry pure protein, but between the strawberry protein, 30 grams protein, 4 grams of fiber, 1 scoop of our Javi protein coffee is going to have 10 grams of protein with 70 calories. Again, this is 40 grams of protein, under 300 calories, and it is delish. Okay. Let's look at our first superset here because we got about 40 minutes before Rosie's going to hop in and join us. So we got, we're doing a band front squat and a band Romanian deadlift. We're going 12 to 15 reps. Jacket's coming off. That's how you know it's getting serious. So again, I'm using the bands here, but with the bands, I also have this really cool added feature that is a quote unquote barbell. It's a bar that the bands hook up to. This is an accessory. You don't need this. With our band set, you have handles. You can do all of this, but I actually just really enjoy using the barbell as a substitute. And that's really been like my one caveat while I'm doing this program is I can do accessory work, or I can use certain accessories that complement bands. Like there's certain ways I'll use dumbbells, or I'll use kettlebells, or even like our Thor's hammer, things like that. But for the first round, we're going to use the bar for both of these. So I'm going to load up the front squat, and we're going to kind of take it from there. And this is where having having sneakers on, like normally when I work out at home, I don't even wear sneakers, but I like having them on for this just to anchor the bands to my feet. So we're going to kind of drop down. There's a couple different ways you can actually load the bar, and I might even turn it into a Zercher squat today. We'll kind of see. I'm going to bring those feet in. Just kind of adjust. So I can either have it close, but I'm going to go a little bit wider. And then again, for a front squat, I can have it on my shoulders, but I think I'm going to keep it as a Zercher today. So I'm kind of like resting on my elbows. Oh, 15, y'all. 30. All right, so now we're going to, again, superset that. I'm just going to highlight the bands again. We're going to superset that with a Romanian deadlift variation. So, again, we got the bands, $10 right now, y'all. Get them while inventory lasts. Now, again, the difference between our Romanian deadlift versus a traditional deadlift is it's more of a straight leg variation. And then, hey, what's going on, Lori? Is that you, Lori? I see you. Yeah, it's absolutely great, Lori. And like, again, the bands are mine. I produced them, made them $10 right now. Normally it's $130 because it comes with the bands, our training set. And this is where what I like. Look how, like, maybe that wasn't enough tension. Look how the slack comes out at the bottom. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm literally going to just step on both of the bands to turn up the resistance. Now that might even be a little bit too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off my black band here. Boom. And then voila. Now I've got like purple and green. And the book's free too. But yeah, the bands are where it's at. Whew. So we're going to rest for a minute, and then we're going to go into round number 2. Yeah, that rod is not, no, the rod's not with the band. This is like kind of an accessory piece. I just like adding it in. But the bands by themselves are awesome. And they also come with a handle, so you don't really need it. I just like using it for different substitutes I'm using. Yeah, this is why I love wearing my heart rate monitor too. Because as I'm going through it, obviously the resistance is kicking in. It's like driving my heart rate up, bringing me to muscular failure and fatigue. And that's what we're looking for, especially in these higher volume sets. I believe this is calling for 4 rounds. Let me double check. So this is, yeah, 4 sets of this superset with a 1-minute break. Okay. And then again, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Rosie, you know I love chatting. I mean, Lori, I know you know I love chatting, so hit me with those questions as they come in. I'll kind of adjust the angle here so you can kind of see more. Same thing over here. If you guys got questions, again, I'm going to routinely plug. All right, there's our minute rest. We have the bands are $10 here on Amazon while the inventory lasts. And then we have our books are going to be free from today until Tuesday, March 3rd. I'm going to pull up Amazon really quick and just double check what our inventory. I believe it's 11, but I'm going to double check right now. Yeah, we've got 11 left in stock. Goal is like, dude, I want to get these kind of sold out so we can update our inventory like ASAP. So feel free to share, get the message around, all that good stuff. What book is free? All the books that you see, we have our barbecue one I'll highlight. The Kindle edition of our 28-day reset is free. And right here, we have the 28-day resets free. And then we also have our slow cooker one that's free as well. I'll highlight. Where's my slow cooker at? Kind of dropped all these in together. There it is. So we got the slow cooker as well. So we got the slow cooker, the bands, 28-day reset, all that. And then the printed copy right now is $9. But the actual, so we're going to pull out one. I'm going to just be using our purple and green on this one. That's all we really need. Yeah, I can pull that tension out. I'm going to drop into our exert or squat variation. I was literally talking about this in a piece of content I had recently because Misha, our dog, broke her leg and I have to like carry her like this. So doing these exerts are just real life functional movements for me. Especially if you have kids, you know. All right, so now we're gonna double up the anchor on that one. I'm getting again our straight leg Romanian deadlift. I think I'm also going to turn this out so you guys can kind of see from this side angle. All right, that's 2 rounds down, y'all. See what you got here, Lori. I need a low impact exercise a little bit. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the bands are perfect for you, Lori. And we have a whole workout program, so it's low impact. It's a 3-day split. So you have upper body, lower body, total body. And again, Lori, when you get these bands, you not only get the bands plus our templated program. We have a 4-week, 3-day-a-week workout program. You also get a 100-day template plan, and you get a coach assigned to you for 2 weeks. So we'll customize the plan for 2 weeks for you, plus a meal plan and nutrition support. And this is all for the $10. So it's like literally over $300. We normally have all this together, but I made it on Amazon for $130. But while we're trying to renew our inventory, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop it down to 10. I know people are feeling it financially right now. I've been there. I'm even feeling it financially. So I wanted to make it accessible for people, hence where things are at right now. All right, we're right at that 1 minute mark. Time for round number 3 as I continuously work through the whole rest period. Man, it's even getting hotter in here because all the lights I have on. I keep the fan on. If you guys can't really hear me talk, let me know. But I got to kick this fan on. Cool down a little bit. We got heart rates at like 160. Now it's down to 150. All right. Let's go. Round number 3. Here we are. And then you can hear me? Okay, cool. Or you couldn't hear me. Let me know if it sounds good or not. But yeah, I'll be honest, Lori. Again, I don't give advice on here, but thank you. I will say my 2 cents if I were you, I like literally you have nothing to lose. You can buy the bands for $10. You get access to the app. You get the whole program. You get our coaching. And if you don't like it, you can always return it. You can get your money back. And I'm not going to charge you anything extra if you do return the bands. So to me, it's literally like a win-win. And I try to make it as high value, low risk, like obvious, like I'd be a fool not to do this kind of a situation. Pulling one out of the Alex Hermosi value add book. Superset that with the bands. See if I'm missing something. Keep it up. Thanks. Thanks, Lori. All right. Now let's get our band going. Again, if you guys got questions on the bands, what we're kind of giving away, what's available, let me know. Or even just questions related to your health, working out, whatever it is. I got you guys. Clearly just love talking. Make sure we're in good position here. All right, there's 3 rounds down, y'all. See if we got questions. Looks like we're good. Whew. This is where the rest becomes essential. Oh man, all the kids are losing it right. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but in the other room. Kids are losing it. We're losing them. So again, if you have a story that you don't have time, that's what I'm basically trying to break the myth on today. In this basically 2.5 hour window, I did a 20-minute productivity sprint. I literally got 22 items done on my checklist, 22 tasks done on my HubSpot. Was able to make product videos. Now I'm getting my workout in. And then after this, I'm going to have a coaching session with Rosie, who we're going to also stream this live for. So save this, follow along with the productivity sprint, follow along with your own workout at home. You can make stuff happen in the next 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or not 2 hour box, just being intentional and having a plan. That's the intentionality with action, along with awareness, will equal results and growth. But if you don't have that, if you don't have awareness, along with intentionality, along with actual action, you're not going to get results. From my experience, that's the formula I found that drives success in any performance field, whether as a parent, in your own fitness, at work, in your personal development, whatever arena, it's having awareness, intention, action. I mean, we could even add accountability into that formula to really take it over the top. But that's why I like live streaming too. It's like built-in accountability. So I realized I was going kind of fast there, so now I'm intentionally slowing it down. But again, speaking of awareness, intention, and action. So now we're going to superset that last round. Superset with, how are we doing on time? We're doing actually really good on time. The heart rate, dude. Okay. So this is what's great about the bands too. I can immediately drop set. So I hit about 6 and I'm already like dying on the fatigue. So I just change up the resistance. Look how quick this is. To swap out my resistance. There's also one thing I learned to do. Not be too ego driven where I can't drop weight. Boom. And there's our 4 sets. I'm going to take a 2-minute break on that. Now we're going to evaluate where we're going from here. And again, if you guys got questions, you know what to do. Let me know in that chat. I got you. Comment, chat, all that good stuff. Let's just double check. Okay, so we're going to do a glute bridge with a leg extension. Okay. Oh, you know what? I read that wrong. It's calling for a forward lunge with a bridge. So we're going to go with again, bridge variation. and then go with glute bridge. All right, let's see what kind of questions. And can resistance bands help with physical therapy? So these are just questions that look like come up with the bands. I'm going to answer them really quick. Resistance bands can help with physical therapy. I literally just gave a set to my physical therapist to review. He gave me some really great positive feedback. So I'm actually going to have him probably leave a review on here to share. Really good for stretching. 100% can be utilized for stretching, assisted stretching, going through more active ranges of motion. Does this come with a workout guide? Yes, this whole program comes with a 4-week band workout and then a 100-day guide for that. And then why might you like this? That's maybe my interpretation. I've gone through that. I'm pretty biased. Do a flapjack. Do a backflip. Do a kick flip. I'll do all the flips. But yeah, okay. So now again, I'm supersetting this. We're going to go into a glute bridge variation. And then we're going to go with a forward lunge variation. So for the first round, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm already cooked from the Zercher squats and the deadlifts. So I'm going to probably have to go pretty light on the lunges. But we'll start, again, still continuously with the bands, and then I'll progress where necessary. Cool thing I'm going to show you guys with our bands is how you can kind of do this. So I'm going to take this is the lowest level of resistance. It's 8 to 15 pounds for this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little crisscross action. This is like one of the best ways I've seen. We can do squats with it, like loading it up in front of the chest, keep it at your hip. You can do a variety of things. What I'm going to do is kind of keep it pretty much right in that chest. And I'm going to just lunge. Okay, so watch what happens as I lunge. I'm going to step. Ooh, so one thing I want to actively do when I'm stepping is keeping tension into the band. So that's like something I took for granted. So I went kind of fast. Is we're actively keeping tension. We're anchoring it down. We're keeping this resistance up. And then, you know what? These are sliding because I have my feet relatively flared. So we're going to start with them flat. As you come up, you're going to keep them on the ball of your foot. This is helpful to give you like real-time cues. I have my ball of my foot anchoring on the backside. Lead ball of my foot. You know what? I'm going to bring this camera angle down so you guys can kind of see. Watch what my feet are doing here. To keep, if you're not anchoring it properly, see what happened? It just slid up my leg. So what we want to do is keeping it anchored with the ball of the foot. See, I have both balls of my feet anchoring it down. I'm going to create that nice X pattern. And then I'm going to basically forward lunge, come up. We can also call this a split squat, especially with the band variation. What I like about doing it like this, I'm pulling them apart. So I'm getting a little bit of like my upper back activation, scapula. Again, this is more of a split squat than it is a forward lunge, if I'm being honest. And I'm modifying it just to make sure the band stays tight. Because if I were lunging every time, it would come off. That's why I like, we also have our short loop booty band style. I honestly just left them in my shed. So I want to show you guys what's possible here. So we're just going to make it more of a, again, split squat variation where we're rooting it or anchoring it with the balls of our feet, because that's pretty much what's going to be making contact with the ground the entire time. Let's see if I can angle this. See if I can keep that foot in line and in shot. So again, I'm anchoring here. We have, again, balls of the feet, keeping tension, going for 12 reps. So again, this is more of a split squat than it really is a forward lunge. And that's what happens if you don't keep the tension on. I was kind of letting it come off. And that's why I like the booty band style that we have that comes with this pack. So again, I'm supersetting this now with a single leg glute bridge. And I can use my bands to just kind of anchor my hips down, which I'll show you guys here. And there's a variety of ways to do this. Show it to you from a couple different angles. So we have the first angle where I'm going to have my legs out in front. One leg's going out straight. Again, I'm keeping my hands anchored to the floor. So that's going to be my resistance on my hips. We could always add more as necessary. And then I'm driving up with my hips. Going 8 to 12. Switch up just because I'm sliding back with the thing. All right, now we're switching. Same thing on the opposite side. We got 2 more. One more time. All right, so that's round 1. Going for a second round, we're going to kind of time check and body check in. This is 2 to 3 rounds for this one. So the first round was 4, then the subsequent rounds for each other exercise, it's going to be 2 to 3 sets. If it's your first time going through this, start with the lower number. So for example, we'd start with 3 sets instead of 4 for the first superset. And depending on how, like, honestly taxed, like even right now, I'm like feeling the tax. From the volume perspective, I might do 2 rounds on the next couple movements instead of 3. But I'm going to check in after this next round and just kind of see where I'm at. All right, we got like 30 more seconds here. Get another sip of coffee. And then we're going to go into that next split squat. And Hope Bear is going to continue to lose it. Hopi Bear. This is why my inner parent wants to like go check in. Like, is everything okay in there? Do you need my assistance? All right, so now let's bring it up. You guys saw what's going on with the feet. Let's kind of watch what's happening with the upper body here as we're going through this movement. Again, we're doing split squat positioning. In a perfect world, I would actually be using our short loop bands, but I left those in the shed. And I realized that like once I got out here. So we're gonna make it work with our long loop bands. Again, when you buy this set, right now we have our entire set for $10 plus, again, over $250 of like coaching credit and all these other awesome things. And we have our Kindle edition books free from today until Tuesday. So you can get 3 different books, 2 of them cook books. One of them is like literally our entire coaching philosophy in a book. It's probably the most value packed one, if I'm being honest. That's the one I like. If you were to read any one of those first, I'd recommend the 28-day resets, the one that has like the most coaching insight and value. But honestly, our barbecue one's been the best seller lately. I'm trying to like move my feet. And when you move your feet with these, it's just like sliding everywhere. So I'm just gonna anchor this down because I want to make sure I'm in the proper angle for the shot. There we go. Now we're gonna switch. Okay. Keep this one anchored up here. This one anchored down here. Getting our 12. All right, let's get our glute bridges on, y'all. Bring it back down to the ground. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get it, y'all. So I'm gonna change the angle up so you guys can kind of see it from another perspective. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit tricky on my vertical. So let's go this way. I think this one will be, even for vertical positioning, you'll see the most of what's going on with my hips. I'm gonna keep this leg bent a little bit, just so you can kind of see what's going on. Get a little bit more hip flexion this way. I'm going to 12, y'all. All right, here's our 12. So now we're gonna go into our, I can check in already. Tell you guys we're gonna call it at 2 rounds on that one. Go into our last exercise, or supersetting exercise, which is going to be, I believe it's gonna be a Zercher good morning. Supersetted with an eccentric pistol squat. That's gonna be a fun one. By fun, I mean definitely rough, but that's all right. Okay. What was that? Okay. Let's go. Okay. All right, let's see if we got any questions here. I'll pop back into the chat. I haven't really been watching. All right, y'all, getting into the home stretch. And after this, Rosie's going to be joining us. We're going to get a workout in with her. All the fun. I might even have to do a little bathroom break here in a minute. Okay. Whoa, no, not that. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna do a little check and see where she's at. Okay. Again, we got our banded good morning. So I'm going to show you guys. I like to work through a banded good morning. We're going to use it with the barbell. So we have this banded bar accessory. And then we're going to do a eccentric pistol squat, which I'm going to use a chair for. If you don't have a chair, you can use a bed or whatever platform feels accessible. Okay. So good mornings. Again, great for the posterior chain, backside, butt, lower back, QL, quadratus lumborum, all that. So again, I like a Zercher variation, which is basically saying I'm putting it on the crooks of my elbow. Right here. Getting nice wide. And what I'm focusing on is this forward hinge, almost like an RDL. Okay. I'm trying to again angle it. It's almost an RDL. But again, we're focusing on a little bit more of the QL. So you got 12 on those. And again, I'm supersetting it with our pistol squat variation. It's an eccentric. So I could use a wall in the ball. Actually, I think I might. I want to show you guys kind of a cool variation we can do here. And then I'll do another one with the chair. So you guys can kind of see both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and angle this. So you can kind of see my wall here kind of perfectly without that shot. Let's try and not get it too visually loud or lighting wise loud. There we go. Yeah, it still might be a little too rough. All right, so I want you guys to kind of see what I'm going to focus on here. Okay. What we're doing is I'm focusing on one leg on the lower. So I got one leg coming up. That's a pistol squat is squatting with one leg. So I know that I'm not able to do a full pistol squat right now. So I'm focusing on the eccentric. So lowering down, putting both feet down, driving up. I'm going to have to move this rug because this thing's going to slide on me. So again, I'm getting all my weight and support into the ball. So you have nice support there. I'm going to do the opposite leg. Driving it down, both feet, drive up together. Switch, down, both feet together. Two. The other options, again, using a chair, platform, bench, box. So we got 6 on each side. And again, that's going to be a progressive look. So I'm actually doing some prehab on my hip. So that one I can already feel. We're going to take a minute. I'm going to go one more round. And that's pretty much going to do it for my workout. Yeah, my heart rate's at like 160 right now. We'll do one more round. And then we should have just enough time to run to the bathroom real quick. And then I get to train Rosie. We're going to get a nice little workout in with Rosie. So if you guys want to follow along, you'll literally get 2 workouts out of today for the price of 1. So I would bookmark, save this if you find value in it. Again, we started with our productivity sprint, 20 minutes, getting stuff done, 1 to 3 tasks. Then my lower body workout that you can replicate on your own, we can modify, or you could just use for accountability reasons. And then second, we're going to go through a workout with Rosie as well. So you'll have, again, 2 workouts, productivity sprint, and really make 2 hours, potentially up to 2.5 hours, depending on how long this one takes, of just getting ish done. I used to be really tempted by doing a bunch of things and not having very clear intention. And I found it was just like spinning my tires in mud. And I'm not actually going anywhere. Nowadays, if I'm doing sprints like this, I'm very intentional with the application. So today is going to be an extremely productive day with intent. So I'm intentionally getting ready. Like this morning, I could literally stop from just what I got done this morning, and that was already very productive and intentional. And I still have tons. I'm going to go through my emails. I got more coaching calls. I have some follow-up tasks with some more corporate contract outreach, some insurance stuff, all the things. With that being said, though, it's time for our second and last round. I'm going to do my last rounds of good mornings, and then we're going to basically go through the same movement, but with a chair. So I'm going to change the angle again, bring it over here. And I'll bring it over here so you can kind of see how I'm going to use the chair for this one. Now, one thing I would say, because I have a rolling chair, you don't want to just have it rolling in space because I'll be leaning into it. I'm anchoring it up against the wall. Or again, you have a bench, a bed, chair, whatever you have, whatever you're using, make sure it's not going to move on you. You don't want it sliding. Okay, so we're going to do one more round, good mornings. And then one more round of our pistol squats. I'm going to run to the bathroom. And we're going to get Rosie into the fun here. All right, so again, this is a Zercher style good morning. So get right under the crooks, the elbow. Again, let me line up this. So you guys can kind of see kicking it back. Let me slide this way. There you go. Now you can kind of see what I'm doing. Very similar to our RDL as far as the like positioning. Now we're just finishing it up with our pistol squat variation. So again, I'm using, excuse me. Using the chair here so you guys can kind of see. Again, I'm elevating one leg. So let me just make sure you guys can really see the angle that I'm talking about. Sure. So again, I'm lifting and I'm just slowly lowering. I basically collapse. Both feet go down on the ground. We stand up. We switch legs. And that's why it's important to have this anchored to something so it doesn't slide back on you. And as you get stronger, you can progressively grow softer and softer. Notice how I'm like, because it's just continuously, see I'm like collapsing. As you get stronger, you'll be softer and softer, almost like you're trying to sit on an egg and be very gentle with it. And go one more each leg. This one again, because of my weakness here, I've learned to not like push where it's going to be just shitty reps. Excuse the language. So we'd rather keep it clean. That was only 3 each side. And now that actually gives me good insight, knowing that I have to actually adjust the program a little bit. If I'm only hitting 3 reps on that one, it's really not going to be the minimum effective dose I'm looking for. So I'm going to modify that to some even band-assisted eccentric pistol squats. So I would literally put a band up on a pull-up bar or an anchor point and hold the bands so it gives me some assistance as I go through the pistol squat. You could also use like a TRX, gymnast rings. You can use a barbell you can hang on to, PVC pipe beam, things like that. But that's pretty much the workout. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Rosie's probably going to jump into the stream. And then we're going to get our workout in with Rosie. While we're doing this, again, I'm going to highlight, we got the bands. They are $10 right now. It is over a $300 value with that set. You get $250 worth of coaching with myself and my team. You get access to our app. Again, for $10, plus you get the bands themselves. On top of that, You're also going to be able to have access to our Kindle books. We have the 28-day reset, our barbecue cookbook, and our slow cooker recipe pack, all for free from now until Tuesday with the Kindle edition. So, boom, she's got that. Sweet. Sweet. All right. And yeah, it looks like my review is working. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll BRBs, y'all. BRBs. All right, so now let's get into our part 2 of our 2-part workout. Anna! Hey, Anna! Hey, I'm still do my live stream, okay? Thank you. I love you. Can we do high five? Thank you, buddies. I'm gonna go do some more work, okay? I'll be out in a little bit. And then we'll hang out. Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to take a couple of minutes here to cool down, let Rosie hop on in. And while I'm going through this, if you guys have questions, feel free to let me know. I'm going to kind of do a little mad scientist mix up over here. I've got my, again, lion's mane cordyceps mix. I'm also going to throw in, shout out to PES Science, protein company. We're going to mix up a little bit of protein here. And that's one of the things we talk about in our books, even our 28-day reset protocol, which is how do we mix up protein and add protein to every meal and opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, take my water, throw it into here. The reason I'm not throwing it into my water bottle is just the powder's too hard to mix in. So we're throwing about half. I'm going to grab my, where's my protein? Got my PF Science Select little powdered packs here somewhere. Anna's pumped. Where did I put my protein packs? I know it here. Oh, so we've got our single serving, or these are technically half servings. They are about, I think it's 12 grams of protein per serving. So I'm honestly going to mix it there. Yeah, they're 12 grams. So I'm going to throw both of these in throughout the day, but I'm going to start with one to make it easier to mix. This is the frosted chocolate cupcake flavor. These are great as a single serve. Honestly, from a cost-effective standpoint, you want to get the actual containers. But this is what we talk about in the book. And what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to highlight the actual PES protein, considering that I'm mixing it up right now. So let's throw that in there. Let's see if I can find my protein. Boom. And we'll mix this up. This is a great, like, something my routine is like, literally before, during, and after my workouts is where I really base a lot of my protein intake. And then after workouts, I really like to, in most situations, is where I'm going to add my carbs. Sometimes, like when I'm fasting on days like today, I'm doing my intermittent fast kind of protocol. I won't eat carbs for another couple of hours. And the key I make sure, though, is when I do that, I'm still getting in my protein. So my body is still able to have the amino acids like leucine that it basically needs to start muscle repair. And again, if you're eating properly and you're properly nourishing yourself, you'll have the basic supplies in your system from like the night before, especially doing like your intermittent fasting style. But I just like, again, keeping the protein intake coming in quite consistently and heavily. And that's, again, what we talk about in the 28-day reset, which is what I'm going to highlight here. And then we also have our bands. We have our cookbook, like, again, but I would say start with the 28-day reset. If you guys are watching anywhere besides Amazon, all this stuff is free on Amazon right now. Our 28-day reset, our slow cooker recipe pack, and our barbecue cookbook. Everything else you can get on like TikTok shop, on Facebook, all that fun stuff, Instagram, but it's going to be our normal pricing. Jump on Amazon though. Take advantage of our deal. And I got the LOF bands are $10 right now. So we have, normally they're $130 on Amazon. It also comes with our $250 coaching credit. So you can use it for $250 worth of coaching for a one-on-one session, our diagnostic, all that comes with the plan. You get it for $10 right now. So literally it's like a no-brainer. But again, it only is for the next, I think we have 11 left in stock. I have to check after this live stream. Hopefully we'll be out. You know, my goal is to like get rid of them because then I can restock our inventory. And once the inventory is back, we're going to go back up to $130. And yeah, but I wanted to make it accessible for you guys. So let me just double check with Rosie, see if she's good. Yeah, just might be, yeah, perfect. They're still doing the walkthrough. Boom. Yeah, I figured. Got you, girl. Yeah, she's gonna take a minute here because I know how that parent life be. You know what I mean? So let me just pin up. We're gonna pin up a couple of these different things I'm talking about here on Tiki Takis as well. I'm gonna pin up these bands. Where's my bands at? I can hear my daughter. It's just making me chuckle. Let's see, how do I? Oh yeah, flash sale. You know what we can do? Actually, let's make a little flash sale. I'll make them on TikTok too. I'll make them for $10. Boom! I got you guys. None. All right. Timer and the amount of time viewers can purchase. Let's set it up. Let's run it. Okay. All right. So we got that band sale going down, y'all. You can see it everywhere. Take advantage of it while we can. We're literally doing this while inventory lasts. I have 11 in stock. So on TikTok and Amazon Live, you guys can get the bands. $10 right now. It's also going to come with the entire gift package that goes along with it, the entire training and nutrition bundle. I wonder if I can also do the flash sale on Amazon as well with my book. Let's see here. While we're waiting on Rosie, we're going to experiment. Again, if you guys got questions, hit me with them questions. You know I want to know. I want to know what love is. I want you to know. Let's see. Can I make this? Oh, right. It's the printed, so we can't really do that. All right. I'm not going to do that for now. But yeah, if you guys want to get, again, the Kindle editions on Amazon, go check it out. But even on TikTok, we got the bands for $10. We got Amazon Live. They're $10. I'll highlight them here on the busy bands. Boom. Get your bands on. Rosie's going to know. We'll have to ask Rosie about it when she jumps in too, because she's got a set of the bands. She was there for the retreat. Let me pull up my workout program. While we're waiting on her, we're actually going to do a little productivity sprint. Let's see if we can get a set of my emails, because normally what I do also on Fridays is I go through all my emails. Let's see. What was Monday? What was Monday's date? Was that the 22nd? Gross. They're talking about poopies and faces over there. What's going on? Take that out. All right, let's see. Yeah, Monday was the 23rd. Okay, so I got to go. So what I like to do, by the way, guys, this is a little productivity sprint tip that I found works for me. Not going to say it's going to work for everybody, but what I found extremely effective is being able to have dedicated days in which I'm doing certain tasks. So for example, Mondays and Fridays is when I check my emails no matter what. I will sometimes check emails in between for important things, or people can reach out to me. I leave my number, my office number. So if they need, they can always call or text me. But I find Mondays and Fridays, I have my anchor points. So I always like to look up what was the Monday for that week. So it was the 23rd. So I go back through my emails until the 23rd, and I literally just hammer through them, respond. That's like another productivity hack and sprint window I found very helpful. So we're going back. Boom. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go here to the 23rd. Boom. Yeah, that's perfect. So we got that. Go through the 23rd. Let's see where the 23rd's at. Dang, I got so many emails this week. Got a lot of emails. And that's why I always have my kind of number in place. Let's see. And, okay. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay. Let's change it. What is that? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And again, as I'm going through this, if you guys got questions, let me know. Sent here. Yeah, I've been submitting honestly a lot of applications and outreach for like corporate contracts and seeing what comes back. Because in the new year, I feel like it's always a good opportunity after the holidays, follow up with corporate contacts and outreach. What do we got here? What do we got here? Okay. I feel like I got through that. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, if you guys we'll kind of make this a little impromptu productivity sprint while we're waiting on Rosie. So if you guys want to tag along, basically gonna try and get as much work done as I can before Rosie jumps into our workout here. And I might have a hard cap at like 11:45 my local time, which is in about 36 minutes. Okay. Oh, delivered application by. Oh, okay, here we go. It's interesting. Just kind of going through stuff. Get this protein coffee in. This is where I also like to cap my protein intake. Let's see, what do we got here? Wellness. Oh, that's cool. I think that's it. That one. Try not to open up too many tabs here, though. That's the tricky part. Information coaching. Yeah, that's like another one I'm gonna have to go through. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's interesting. Program administrator. That's interesting. See, some of these things are interesting contract opportunities that like really don't hit the pay grade, but it's just like I get excited about the potentiality to the role itself. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's run through Chat GPT really quick. Hopefully this doesn't crash everything because sometimes when I run Chat GPT, well, I have all the tabs open, it crashes things. So let's see. Something. Boom, boom. I'm gonna cancel out my Hulu. Yo, let me know who else is like me, who has like a million subscriptions, and I'm just like going through and canceling all my subscriptions. Okay, yeah, looks like we got that band order done. Nice. Okay. Shipped. Nice. Okay. Okay. Got through most of that. Yeah, I gotta get through all this. Let's see if I can cancel out Hulu. Definitely got to cancel out Hulu, y'all. I wonder if you guys can relate. I got all the subscriptions I gotta get rid of. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Hey now. Where's that? There we go. Let's see. Thursday, Friday. What's that? That's next week? No, dang, they're like 2 weeks out. Let's see, Monday, Friday the 13th. Hold on, let me look at Friday the 13th. Is that the kids' weekend? Tuesday. I have to actually just check something really quick, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm gonna check something on my other calendar. Yeah, I usually have 5:30. Nice. 6:30. Okay. On the 17th. Let's just make sure that's accessible. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Boom. Boom. Nice. Okay. Okay. It's just that. So yeah, I guess we're gonna do. Yo, Gmail. I gotta get Google. I just gotta give you guys props. I appreciate how simple you make the calendar sometimes. Got it. Okay. Send that over. Yes. Make that this in the following. This in the following. Okay, cool. Let's go back to that. Okay. Let's check on through other emails. Okay. Let's double check on Rosie and see how she's doing here. So here, sorry, hopefully down in a few minutes. You're supposed to be here. Come again. Okay. And again, if you guys got questions on what we're doing, what's going down, let me know in the chat. I got you guys. I got y'all. But again, just to remind you, we have the LOF bands. They're $10 right now. This is going to be going on while the inventory lasts. We also have the 28-day reset Kindle editions free. The LOF slow cooker recipe pack is free. And the LOF barbecue set is these are all our Kindle editions are free from today until next week, Tuesday, March 30th. These are the ones that have been bestsellers in their category. I like to make them free for 5 days I think they let me make it free for like every quarter. So I try and do that as often as I can as Amazon lets me. So I want to make it available to you guys, impact as many people as we can, give you something to get started with. Because from my experience, when you see how effective this is and how good the recipes can be, you'll want to continuously like invest and take action. It has a positive impact on your life and just like creates this ripple effect from there. So that's my experience. Hopefully you guys can relate to that and that holds true. And if not, I also would love feedback. Say, hey, what can we do better? What can we improve upon? Where can we make room for adjustments here based on that feedback? But right now, I'm literally, while we're waiting for Rosie, I'm just doing a little productivity sprint. Okay, mobility. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I think I already did that one. Ooh, that's cool. Some interesting, cool contract opportunities these days. I'm always like intrigued to see what's up. Let me see. Work. Yes. Fortunately, I'm not in Dallas though. Yeah, so I can't do that because I'm not in Dallas. Let's close out of that. Let's close out of that. Keep that open. All right, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have any questions in the chat. So cool. We'll keep this productivity train rolling, y'all. Keeping all our tasks going. Okay. I think I get decline. No. Let's see if I can edit. The only thing I'm going to add is just going to add one row. Okay, boom, we got that. Just continue. All right, so that's good. We got that one done. Interesting. Let's see what's up with this. Okay, let's do LinkedIn. All right, and again, guys, hit me with those questions while we're waiting here for Rosie. If you got them, I'm always down to go through them. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm just going to keep getting work done. Keep this productivity train rolling. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Yes. If you'd let her manage other courses, yes. Train rise, error field might be detailed. Why do you want to leave divisions if only let's do. And again, if you guys got questions on Amazon, feel free to let me know. I'm just kind of like working through some productivity here while we're getting Rosie into the workout session. So good. So good. So good. So good. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes, agreed. Yes. Bum, bum. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if I can actually create a separate clip. I wonder if so. I'm going to make a video for this. Let's see if I can make a clip. Let's see if I can do a recording. Yeah, this is already recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's going to start here at what 147. 147. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this after. Okay. All right, so you guys are actually going to stick with me while I'm doing an actual video for a potential gig. You know what? I'm actually going to leave this open because I'm going to probably change into like a nice polo when I do that one. I don't want to just I've learned to like not haphazardly run through things. University. Is this teaching experience? No, we're not going to go through that. It's one thing I've learned. Don't rush just to get something done, just to check something off. It's the pro move. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Discipline problem. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's exactly right. Nice. Nice. Cool. Farm as a coach. Yes, nice. Sure. Yes. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Ooh, pretty rough on the review side. Ouch. Ouch. Let's see if we got questions here. Sure, close to good. Okay, cool. That's good. They are processing. Nice. Nice. Yes.
wellness coach. Wellness coach. Oh, interesting. Okay. To health code. There we go. Yes. Yes. Son. Okay. Okay. So this is which one? Okay. On the 23rd. Nice. Okay. Gotcha. What do you use? 100-day block. What do you define as a 100-day block? I'm looking around, so I'm something to let you know. Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting question. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So this might turn into like a quick 10, 15-minute even interval session for Rosie. Let's see where she's at. I don't know. I know she's having someone walk through the house. We may just pivot on this one. We'll see, guys. This might just be a productivity sprint for me before I tag out of here. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. We got all the protein mixing up here, y'all. Mix it up, that protein. And again, if you guys got questions on the bands, on the books, really on any of the products that I have in here, I'm happy to go through it while we're waiting to get our last piece of the session going. And it's really just about the Q&A. Like I did a workout demo. If you guys want to go back from the live to catch the band workout that I did, you can see that. I go through all the details. But if you're not certain on anything, let me know. We have the books, also the Kindle editions. They've all been top 10 in their categories at different stages. Some of them still are, like the barbecue one and our slow cooker one are both, I believe, in the top 10, or at least top 7, and then top 15 for the other. Yeah. Okay, so that's clear. Let's see what you got here. Oh, some fire symptom. That's the tricky thing. Jeez. It's pretty intense. If you guys got questions, again, hit me in the chat. I got you guys. How we doing, Rosie? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. And that's the cool thing, guys. So here's what I'll say about like our coaching in general. Rosie is one of our 100-day coaching programs. So we have live sessions, but let's say life happens, right? Like what's happening potentially that I've had happen to me last week happened for Rosie, it seems like today. We can always schedule asynchronized workouts. So if you can't work one-on-one with your coach for whatever reason, life happens. That's why we design the program the way we do, so that you can get support even if the actual live time we had scheduled doesn't work. You're like, hey, I'm going to need to do it like 30 minutes from now. Cool. We may not even have coaching available. We can always reschedule, but you have an asynchronized version of the workout. It'll literally walk you through every exercise, how many reps, how many sets. You can see the videos demonstrating, and then you can record yourselves doing it and either upload it and our AI can give you feedback, or you could send it to our coach and they can give you feedback in real time as well. So it just depends from a scheduling perspective. That doesn't have to be the limiting factor. Starting before this, we've done this. Okay. Let's see if this is still. Darn. Oh, gosh, that's rough. Okay, that's helpful to know. All right, so we got 2 emails down. Boom. And this is another thing when it comes to like bandwidth, productivity, and time. It's like, let's say, plans change or whatever, like focus on what you can control. Like, so I can get some work done in this window. I have this time carved out, so I'm going to make the best of it, as it were, and the most productive that I can. So we're going to, I'm just going through all the emails here. Got that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. That's helpful. What you got for me? Never receive such a rule from any client. There's a rule you can hire for this week and check that. This is the rule that you can hire for this week and check the performance. Then if you like my work, you can work regularly. Come on, coach. Okay. Here we go. Here we're excited to learn about our body. Okay, we did that. Okay, I already did that. Cool. Okay. All right, so Amazon, let me know. Do you guys got questions? I think we might have to wrap it up here in a few. Dude, I love these random spam messages. I just got this random message. Hey, I'm Lucy. Do you want to earn some money? Cool, Lucy. It's like, how'd you get my number? I'm literally just gonna be like, sure, you want to Venmo me at Life of a Fighter, smiley face. Okay, let's see if that actually worked. It looks like it did. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it totally did. Okay, cool. Let's see. I don't think there's any other questions. All right, yeah, I think that's gonna do. Let's see if I can schedule the interview. Let's see if we can schedule one. Let's see, what is that? It's next week. Interesting. Let's see, what do I have on Monday? Tuesday. Tuesday. Okay. Wednesday the 4th, I could do 9:30. Do I have? I want to do 10 o'clock to do. I think we do 10 o'clock. Okay, can I add a calendar? Okay, and guess. Boom. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, save. Send. Cool. Okay. I'm not really. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right, y'all. We're getting into the last like 5 minutes here. I don't think we're gonna make it with the workout, so we're just gonna have this final productivity sprint finish. Again, just as a recap. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in. If you found value in this, please make sure you're following, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. Bookmark this and come back. You can use these productivity sprints time and time again. They're extremely valuable and helpful from my experience and getting feedback from others. We literally have hundreds of people join in on different variations of this with different companies I contract, even within LOF. We've had thousands of people join in throughout all the live streams. And the whole point to all this is to add value for you guys. So you can get our LOF bands. They're $10 right now on Amazon. And while inventory lasts, I think we have 11 left. I have to check after this live stream. And from today, Friday, February 27th until March 3rd, on Tuesday, we have all of our Kindle edition books for free. So we have the 28-day reset, we have the LOF slow cooker recipe pack, and we have the LOF barbecue set, all free. They're top sellers in their category. So get on it, add value. That's the whole goal of all this. And yeah, just appreciate you guys. I'll be back next week. We're going to be doing our next office hours on Tuesday to finish celebrating our plug and promo. And again, this is what it's here for you guys, to just be able to take value. The bands especially, I can't drive this point home enough. It's literally over a $300 value that I wanted to just be able to make this accessible for people, because I know it can be financially stressful right now. I'm feeling it. I felt it in the past when going through a divorce, and I talked about that on Tuesday during the office hours. And I thought, you know what? To help support those, if you're like going through a hard time, whether divorce, whatever financial stressors, I want to make this as accessible as possible. And I honestly believe when you see the success with this, you will want to continuously do coaching and honestly probably invest money in this in the future. And if not, that's okay. I don't have attachments to that, but I'm confident in what we do and just the feedback we get that that's going to be the case. But all right, y'all, I'm going to bounce out of here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.